Alright, so what time is it? 7:24. And I got some information that YouTube is affiliated, or they have hiring practices right now. They're hiring these satanic freaks that are hustling subscribe money from YouTube. Okay, content, let me back up the truck. What's happening now is like that story that came out, Kingdom of God's church. These are mega churches. And they're stealing money, they're hustling the money from people who are content creators using YouTube. So what's happening is YouTube is in big fucking trouble because they're hiring people who are doing labor illegally, stealing money and giving it to these mega churches. So YouTube is in big trouble. And I know that when I started my YouTube channel, it was all about for targeted individuals and how to survive directed energy weapons. That is the truth behind my whole platform, is to save lives, because this shit's real. So it's coming out now that YouTube has been stealing my money, hiring assholes, and then hustling the money to these churches. And the churches get these money and do whatever, like their false flag attempts. Now, this last shooting at a church, you got androgyny going on. And I just uploaded a video on androgyny. So, and that's tied to the Alpha Draconis because the Vatican has the head of the snake. Do you understand where I'm going with this? So, like I said, the thing that runs the planet is not human. So, but back to basics, how these people, complete strangers, steal money from you. Well, if you have a YouTube platform and you're genuine, you're an authentic person, and you're trying to save lives, see, this is gang stalking, but it looks innocent. Anyways, if you have a platform and you create content and you have people that are subscribing to you, well, that's a little bit of money in your pocket. But I've been blocked from my fucking money for 17 fucking years, dealing with this satanic organization called Freemason, Eastern Stars, your Mormons, your Latter-day Saints, all these cocksuckers who steal my money. Okay? Now, as I grew up when I was growing up as a child, I had sneaking suspicions about these Mormons and these Latter-day Saints. But, when you're a kid, you can't do anything about anything because you're a kid. So the word is coming out, and I'm just letting everybody know that I've always known about you guys stealing from me. And it's because I'm a truth teller. I try to save lives because directed energy weapons and the assault on the human body, divination abuse, is fucking real. And Earth is run by the Alpha Draconis, the Arcturians, and the Aldebrands, and this gets up into your alien UFO shit, which your fucking government knows about. Okay, the government is gone. The foundation might still be there, but you have the people running the corporation, which is the United States government, District of Columbia, which is a corporation, stealing my money. You got people in the Department of Justice that are evil. I mean, all the agencies are. You had Biden. Biden hid the money in the IRS coffers, COFFERS, and other agencies, so that they can do their Ukraine war. Because it's all about land, right? Ukraine has very fertile land for food, right? So, YouTube has hired satanic idiots who use the backdoor channel of the computer system, these bots, to steal money from my creation and other people's creation. And then they take that money and they hustle it and they funnel it through to these mega churches. Well, the Kingdom of God got caught. These pastors, if you follow the money, these pastors got caught, doing in the name of God, you need to donate money. Well, this money is used for false flag shootings. Okay? and tragedy. They do real harm. You know, they're the ones that are able to buy these guns and do these false flag units. And then the police, the evil cops know about it too. So, and another thing that's interesting is, you know, back in the day, I used to live in a older neighborhood and had very evil neighbors. And these neighbors were tied to the fucking police department to stalk and harass me. Okay? And this is how things got worse and worse and worse and worse. It's because you have these gang stalking fuckheads, these clones, half human, half clone, you know, do this shit. You know? They do monitor behavior on you. So, while they're stealing your information from YouTube, people are getting paid behind the scenes, the back doorway of the computer system of YouTube, which is tied to Skynet AI, to steal your money and do a shell company such as a mega church. That's why these churches go up. It's a shell company. The churches are shell companies. They're 501(c)(3) for the IRS to look the other way, you know, on their quote-unquote donation line. Okay? Because this is how Biden and Obama did it. For their wars, they would take money and hide it in the coffers of the agency. Any agency. It could be Department of Defense, for example. And then here comes, you know, oh, we don't know where $3 trillion went. Well, yeah, you do. It went to your space-based weapons system. Your off-world shit. Mars, Jupiter, Uranus. Your fucking moon base. How you use indirect directed energy weapons to hunt down people and kill. So, of course I know where the money goes. It goes to Black Ops. Your secret state shit. You know? Oh, and these data centers, that's nothing more than fucking Bitcoin. That's called voodoo math. That's, you know, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency so that the money cannot be traced for future developments. If you can't trace the money, there's no crime, right? This Bitcoin and crypto. That's why Project Blue is such a big deal to Bezos and the gang. It's foreign money so they could do the hustle. So they can steal children and suck out adrenochrome. So this gets deep, people. I can go deep. I can go so deep. I can go into the bone marrow of Lucifer if I wanted to. Okay? So I know all you're evil. I can expose you. I can expose the Vatican. The head of the snake, why the Pope wears red shoes, because they walk on the blood of humans. Right? They feed, and feed. So you don't fool me, YouTube, because it's coming up that you have hired people, and you didn't do a background check on these people, these employees of yours who do the back doorway, these bots, to block money or contact or anything. So this is forced labor. See, this is the interesting thing. This is forced labor. This is forced labor to get these people on board. Yeah. This is forced labor. I wanted to pass those people. Okay, forced labor to get these people on board to sit there and attack Earth angels or higher dimensional people to fuck with my money and to fuck with the truth. A good snake is a dead snake. That was a rattler back there. Anyhow, that's what these assholes do. So YouTube, the corporation of YouTube, is in big trouble. Because these people that you hire are satanic idiots. because they block creativity and money and communication. So let's force labor to put bots on people's channel so that the money can be filtered to these fucking shell company churches like the Kingdom of God. Yeah. Well, who owns the crown? Well, that's the Vatican, the head of the snake, because Lucifer lives there, right? And the reason why they, again, kind of like diverting over here to another story, the reason why they want data processing centers is because they want to hide the money, because these people are pedophiles. They feed off of creativity, innocence, the truth. You remember in the Art of War, the first thing that goes down the hill is the fucking truth. So it's up to you people. But these churches are getting caught. I've always dumped the church. I knew when I was a young child it was a fucking joke. Bend the knee to what? You mean all rise? Rise to what? You mean all bend the knee? Bend the knee to who? What? Where? When? How? Why? Who are you to tell me to bend the knee? Reality is reality, people. When you steal shit from people, it comes back. So, I found out that YouTube is doing this. They got these thieves in the background monitoring my shit, and then the money or whatever I get as a donation or what. Well, I haven't had money in 17 years, so it doesn't fucking matter anymore because you blocked it. You purposely, YouTube Corporation, Inky the Nahesh, purposely blocked my fucking truth. You got cloning going on. You got your UFO shit going on. You got your directed energy weapons going on. You got your fucking gang stalking going on. Blah, blah, blah. It's all going on. But, our terms, our conditions, right? Well, I think your employees at YouTube have broken that trust. People, it's coming out, people. These churches, Kingdom of God is affiliated with stealing YouTube money and getting the guns. And then there's your gun, your fucking, your gun show at these churches. Like the one in Houston, right? A mother and a 5-year-old child went into church and they started shooting? Are you fucking kidding me? That is so fake, it's unreal. Or it's cloned out material and the person's a clone and they're being controlled by AI to do this stunt. Because A, they want to destroy the Constitution. It's a gun grab. Remember the Houston thing? Joel Osteen and his church? Yeah, got banged up by a mother with a 5-year-old? What? That is so fucking made up, I can't believe it. So, that's money laundering. Also, what's coming out are these people who fake their deaths. They ain't dead, they take on someone else's identity. That also is coming out. So, there's a lot of little snake material coming out in the news. Like your Kingdom of God thing, these pastors.